Hello again, and thanks for watching. Today I'm gonna just have a quick chat about this new guitar I got, which been out about 2 years. This in fact is a 2-year-old one, in a sense that although I bought it brand new, it's a 2022 model of the Yamaha Revstar standard, and it's in this nice colouring, as you can see. And what I wanted to point out were some of the things that I really like and love about this guitar. One of them, as you can see, I'm picking them up. The weight, it's Baby Bear's Porridge, because it's not too heavy and it's not too light. This one's about just over 8 pounds, I think, which is always a nice weight for a guitar. So it feels substantial, but it isn't going to break your back. So first thing I like is the weight. The second thing I like is, I mean, look at it. It just looks such a lovely looking guitar. It's got lovely contours. And the colours, well, I wasn't sure about the colour. I wanted a black one, and it seemed that I'd have to pay a bit more for the black one. And then I was going to get the kind of crisper colour. And eventually, when I discovered that this colour, I thought the back of it was black. But in fact, it's chocolate brown, dark chocolate brown, and that is a beautiful match of the dark chocolate brown and this kind of sky blue. I think they call it swift blue, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I love the colour, love the weight, love the dynamics of it, the shape, size. Quite like the headstock, and I'm a bit old-fashioned. I only like the traditional headstocks of Fender and Gibson usually, but I really like this one. And of course it's a Yamaha. I love the P90s. I did buy a Chinese P90 guitar the other day, and I like that, but when I heard these, you know, I thought I've got to try these, and to my ear, they sound a lot better. I really like the kind of P90s on this guitar. They just sound great. They got a nice tone in them. That was the bridge with the booster on as well. Still talking about design, really, that I like. I'm not a big fan of these things usually, although back in the day they had them on a lot of guitars. I haven't restrung this. This is straight out of the box, really. It just looks as if it might be a bit fiddly when I restring it. I don't know, but talking about things I like, I suppose this is the nicest looking one of these things I've seen, one of these kind of flying plates on them. As I say, I don't usually like them, but this one I quite like. So overall, the aesthetics are great. It's got a fantastic fretboard, rosewood fretboard. The P90s. There's a poly finish in these fabulous colours, and it looks just a different kind of poly to the stuff I've usually seen on, say, Mexican Strats and so on. Other thing I like, the ergonomics on this. It's got a fabulous, I don't know whether you can see it, armrests and hip rests and knee rests, indentations, which are so comfortable. So lots of things I like. Probably the nicest and most outstanding thing is the neck. it is smooth as silk. So all in all, a pretty fantastic guitar at the price point. As I say, this is the standard. They make a kind of a less expensive one at about 400 and something pounds, 450 pounds at the base rate of this guitar. And then this is the standard in the middle, and this is ranging these days between about 700 and 900 pounds, depends on the colour, how new it is, the year, etc., the shop. But I think you could pick up a reasonable deal on one of these things if you look around. I had a good deal on one of these things, and that brings me to some of the things that I'm not quite so fussed on, but they're understandable. As I said, this is a 2022 model. I thought it was straight out of the box, but I think the shop, I won't name the shop, but it's a great shop, and I bought a few expensive guitars from them. Well, I will name it, Coda Music in Stevenage. They're a good shop, and they've done unbelievable setup jobs on some of the guitars. I like to do my own setups, but you know, I've had the Les Pauls from there and a couple of Martin guitars over the years, and they were beautiful. Now, I didn't think initially they'd set this up, but looking at the fretboard, it looked as if it'd been oiled, and the action is excellent. The one problem I did have, as I say, it's to be expected, these frets are fantastic stainless steel frets, but they kind of feel a bit lumpy on the edge there. And I think this is because it's been in a box for 2 years and probably 3 months on a container ship before it's got any play. So I've done a little bit of work on them, not a lot. They're not sharp now, but there's a kind of a little feel of protrusion. So I expect that really from a guitar that's 2 years in a box, really. They tend to just, not so much sprouty, but they get a bit lumpy. And the other thing is, I don't think they are dressed. They're not dressed in the shop. They're certainly not dressed straight out of the box. And what would make this guitar neck, which is superb, even better, would be, you know, a proper professional fret dressing. That's what it needs. Anything else I don't like? Not really. It's, as I said, it's a bit Baby Bear's Porridge. It seems to fit everything. The sound of it,